love it. I'm really excited to see how this plays out. Dill obviously having some confidence going in. We are going to be seeing the Mewtwo. Now, I really have only seen this Mewtwo. I've only really seen it this late in bracket against John Numbers. So we'll see if he ends up playing the matchup differently. I think that, you know, that confusion is definitely going to be a huge part of his game plan.
The moves we're going to be seeing a lot of are going to be forward air, down tilt, a lot of confusion. It's going to be the moves that utilize Mewtwo's length, as it were. The moves that involve the tail are going to help with getting around a lot of Villager's close range options because Villager doesn't have anything long enough to contest. And when it comes to all the projectile pressure, the reflection box from Confusion lingers for so long that Dill is safe to be able to just throw that around as a movement option as well as a defensive option.
So right now, I think what's going to be key is how StockTaker plays around that confusion. We've seen it already a few times where, you know, he'll do that. He'll throw it out to bait out the move. He's punished it once or twice, but if he wants to start really mixing it up, he has to consistently show Dill that it's a bad idea, just like that.
Unfortunately, jab 1-2 forward tilt, not exactly the most pressuring of options. But with the axe now a live option, jab 1 to axe will definitely spell some demise for Dill.
Is that real?
Yes.
Oh, no it's not.
At certain percentages, it is real across the entire cast.
Okay. Well, right there, Dill not just probably barely outside of that percent. And it's going to work out okay for him. But right now we're looking at a tie game, dead even. But a back throw putting StockTaker once again off stage. Oh, this Shadow Ball is becoming really scary. Villager has the ability to pocket it, but yeah, sometimes it's just hard to react.
Yeah, more often than not, you're not going to be seeing StockTaker utilize pocket in such a defensive manner. He's not going to have a lot of time to be able to grab them, and Dill knows that that's always going to be a live option on the table. So a lot of that Shadow Ball baiting is just a matter of trying to elicit that pocket response.
Oh, look at Dill shaking his head. Evening it up really quick there. StockTaker absolutely still in this.
Bless Volleyball. Bless.
Why is that move safe on shield?
Is a projectile.
My projectile ain't safe on shield.
Is a good projectile.
Really?
It's one of the safest projectiles in the game. Hell yeah, it does. Helper in the
For those of you who didn't hear what Helper
ball.
screamed from across the room, you drop it from the ledge and it kills at 30.
Which it does. With rage and a little bit of charge, you can very much kill at 30%.
So one thing that maybe I'd like to see is pocketing these projectiles when they come back, just to unleash like a flurry. You know, Confusion does last very long, but if he can time it properly, I wonder if maybe it'll be the sort of thing where just enough hitboxes on projectiles will outlast him. Oh, he's probably one grab away right now from possibly biting it. Absolutely right now. StockTaker has to play so carefully. He worked so hard to get here. Is he going to end up dropping it to this Mewtwo? I think that's it. Yeah. Even with good DI, not going to save him.
Game 2, I could see us running it back. It was a fine stage for StockTaker. No reason for him to not to.
All right, moving on to this game 2.
Smashville. Kind of a dangerous pick.
It's a little bit of a double-edged sword. Of course, Mewtwo has some crazy chains that he can pull off on this stage. But that being said, Villager, his kill power, like we saw Bowling Ball kill at like 100. That's going to be killing at like 20.
Off the right side, yeah. That toasts Mewtwo, especially because Mewtwo is a light character.
Is it the right side or the left side that's shorter?
Right side shorter. Ever so slightly. The right side's all sorts of messed up on this stage.
Ban Smashville.
Ban Smashville, always. Town and City for Smash Switch, but not Smashville.
Nah, we gotta up the ante. Like, you know, Town and City.
A third
Smash,
Animal Crossing
Smash
stage.
Megapolis just slowly gets bigger and bigger until we have like, what's it called? Hyrule Temple size crossing stage.
It's the town. It's actually the town of Smashville, not this floating platform. And there's their jab 1 to Axe.
Okay. Dill managing to recover that, but right now it's actually not looking so great for him. He's already taken a whole heap of percent, getting 2 frames right there and 2 frames again. Wow, StockTaker with a really commanding first stock.
Beautiful. These out of shield nairs I find hilarious because I was just talking with StockTaker about this earlier in the week, about how it's something that's really good that he has the talent to utilize but never does. And now we're seeing it all over the place. And it's such a great option in this particular matchup.
Oh, I love the air dodge from StockTaker. Knows that needs to get back to the stage because extra credit is so important right now. Oh.
Yo, kind of want to see StockTaker pocketing Disable, though.
Oh my god, pocketing Disable is one of the funniest things in the world.
Yeah, most people don't realize that's a projectile. I hear the Eggmobile carpool popping off for StockTaker now.
Oh, wow.
Victory is on the horizon for this second game as StockTaker's managed a fantastic job of building plenty of percentage onto Dill.
Look at that spacing, managing to avoid the grab. He knows that's what's in Dill's head. Oh, and keeps going. Oh, man. Yeah, the auto-cancel timings on those turnips make it so difficult to, like, really figure out when StockTaker is actually vulnerable.
And there to challenge the aerial option.
Oh, fantastic right there. Getting the neutral air comboing right into the grab. And right now, StockTaker still has this hefty lead, but Villager, it's so bizarre because he has so much kill power, but sometimes he just can't kill.
With axe in hand and a tree that's at half chop.
Well, I would, if I were StockTaker, I would not mess around with that tree because getting that reflected at you would probably suck.
Fun fact, unless reflected on like the first reflector frame, it lingers around long enough for StockTaker to be able to pocket it. Now, mind you, it doesn't have the insane kill power that it normally does when reflected, but it's still a projectile.
Wait, doesn't it get damage boosted when it gets reflected?
It gets damage boosted, but the knockback is minimal. Not minimal per se, but...
Oof. Okay, right now, this is a lot of damage onto Dill, but StockTaker really needs to figure out how to close out the stock. Oh, and there it is. Big old bowling ball crushing on his head. And we have a game 3. Do you think he's going to switch? Do you think Dill is going to switch?
Honestly, for Dill's sake, I hope he doesn't, because StockTaker manages to fight off against Sheik well. And considering how well that StockTaker is placing a lot of his projectiles, I feel like Diddy would be a very poor choice.
No, I was thinking about Sheik.
The Sheik is what I would expect. And I feel like StockTaker could challenge the Sheik. But it looks like he's staying on to his Mewtwo, sticking to his guns, and running it back to Smashville.
Maybe Dill just believes in the storyline, you know? No, he
They're
doesn't.
not going back to Smashville.
I guess he forgot for a second. Never forget.
Never go back to Smashville.
Never go.
Ban Smashville.
Ban Smashville.
Ban
It's
Smashville.
broken stage.
Broken. It's not made well. It favors too many good characters.
Yeah. It's like the platform is basically RNG.
It's not neutral. It's not fair.
I love calling the platform RNG whenever like somebody gets a platform extension.
Is it going left or is it going right? It doesn't matter. Is it in your favor?
Yo,
is it in your opponent's favor?
Law and Order?
That is executive producer Dick Wolf.
I know. Didn't Law and Order finish?
Maybe? I don't
I
know.
heard something about that.
It like has infinite reruns on USA.
I feel like maybe it ended 10 years ago and we don't know.
What? Because
he's got
StockTaker is executive producer Dick Wolf in Game 3 against Dill in Losers Finals on Town and City, a stage that takes the already volatile matchup tenfold from small platforms, small base platform, small blast zones.
However, one thing that's going to be different is the space. This is not the close quarters that we saw on Smashville and Battlefield. Oh, let's see. Oh, yes. Man, I really hope that Dick Wolf gets to Grand Finals.
I also hope that executive producer Dick Wolf makes it to Losers Finals. To Grand Finals from Losers side. Especially considering he's playing Game 2.
Okay, really nice. They're getting a solid damage, and StockTaker definitely looking solid. Not quite as solid as Game 2, but better than Game 1. This is going back and forth right now, but like StockTaker, based on the difficulty of the matchup, he just needs to make he needs to make big plays happen in order to take this set.
See, that small interaction is a bit of a microcosm as to how this matchup works. All Villager's options rely on the fact that he has stubby limbs, and Dill has a tail of a Mewtwo to deal with. So, at no point is it really too threatening to see StockTaker preparing himself in close range.
Oh, again, catching him with that. Oh, wow, we actually got hit by that Shadow Ball, though. Right now, if you're StockTaker, it's really scary position. He's been doing that downer to get out of a bad position a lot. And although it's been working out for him, Dill is definitely the kind of guy who will hold onto that in his back pocket.
And the up air is going to roll 3, and just like that, StockTaker is going to manage a lead, sitting at 95%. Dill, not exactly enthused with the way that stock ended, is going to immediately try to end things out.
We're playing Pokemon here because RNG just decided that stock. Oh, and it might decide the game right now, depending on how StockTaker plays with this lead.
Bless Balloon. Balloon actually blocking the Shadow Ball.
Balloons are like the worst move.
That's, yeah.
Oh.
StockTaker reeling in his chair. He's yucking it up.
Yeah, he has a smile on his face despite the fact that he knows what is on the line here. Dill has not taken a Xeno in a while either, but definitely the storyline to watch here.
Oh, bro, we out here trying to see new champions. We always out here trying to see new champions.
Hashtag no new champions. Okay, that was the first time we've ever seen him really chop down that tree. I'm silent because I'm just waiting to see what happens
next. It's going to be a lot of this patient play from both of them. But every time StockTaker tries to plant the tree, it leaves him just a little bit more vulnerable.
Oh, wow. That was... I'm not sure exactly what he was trying to do.
Down B, yes! Dill power shielded it, so it worked out really nicely in his favor. But that, if not power shielded, is a setup into a shield break.
Oh, that's big, but now we're starting to see Dill throw out those Game 3 options. Oh, and that's going to be it! So...
He could have pocketed it.
Could have pocketed it, but a little bit of a heartbreaker there, but Dill playing really smart. You notice that like he was not doing those hitboxes to get out of disadvantage for like the entire game. He was letting himself get hit by those jabs. But at the end there, you see the forward airs come out, and then that crucial disable ends up securing him a spot in Grand Finals, where now he's going to have to fight against
he fights WAF, right?
The boy on winner's side.
All right, word. Yeah, let's go WAF.
So father against son again.
For tuning in.